Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharmistha and this is English with Sharmistha. In today's video, I am going to tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a kingdom called Vijayanagar and it was ruled by a king called Krishnadev Rai. He was a righteous king and people in his kingdom lived a peaceful and prosperous life. He had an advisor and scholar at his court named Tenali Raman. Tenali Raman was a very intelligent person who used to help the king to solve many problems. So once there lived a man called Ramaya in the kingdom. People thought Ramaya to be cursed such that anyone who saw his face in the morning couldn't get anything to eat on that day. To test it, the king brought Ramaya to his palace and looked at him first in the morning. Incidentally, due to a series of incidents, the king couldn't eat anything on that day. The king felt that people were right, so he decided to hang Ramaya. Ramaya's wife went to Tenali Raman for help. Tenali wrote something on a paper and passed it to Ramaya and told him to give the paper to the king. Before being hanged, Ramaya asked for his last wish. He wished to meet the king before he died, and as the king came in front of him, he passed the paper to the king's hand. The king read Tenali's writing. On that piece of paper it was written, "Seeing my face, it is possible that one cannot eat, but seeing the king's face, it is possible that one can die." The king recognized Tenali's writing and also he realized his own mistake. Finally, the king let Ramaya go and smiled at Tenali's intelligence. So you might be wondering why I told you the story. I told you the story to let you know what is storytelling or story writing. Everyone is not an author. So it's not necessary that you will have to create a story to tell it. But whenever there is an incident, something has happened, some story already exists, you should be able to reproduce the story. That is, you should be able to tell the story. Storytelling is important whenever you want to tell something to someone, and story writing is important especially if you have a question of story writing in your syllabus. That is, it will help you to score marks in story writing. In the story writing question, the hints are provided, the story is already provided. What you have to do is to organize the things and reproduce it in writing. So just understand the things that you should be careful about. When a person who doesn't have an idea how to tell a story yet, that person had something in his or her mind to tell people, and that person tries to tell the story, he makes mistakes like repeating the things, missing important points, and reveals something earlier that should have actually come later or at the end of the story. So when you tell a story, you have to be very organized. You have to give a good starting such that people are interested to know what you are telling, and you have to be very sequential in telling your points. Also, you cannot miss any important point. You should not repeat anything, and you should not reveal anything earlier in the story that should come in the end. You should also not fail to emphasize the important points. It's better that if you are telling a story, your story should have a purpose. So story writing is a very important composition, and when you have this in your syllabus, the question comes with the hint of the story. That is, you don't have to create the story. You don't have to be an author. You have to make the story using the hints. The hints already contain the story. What you have to do is to make the story proper and presentable. How to do that? Using the hint, first you have to understand the story. Then you will organize the events properly, and you should connect one sentence to the other. While connecting the incidents, you can provide some extra information that you might have imagined. Organizing the story is important, and your sentences should be grammatically correct. You should mostly use past tense. The whole plot should be clear in your mind. There should be a good beginning and a proper conclusion. The conclusion can contain some moral that the story is providing. You must provide a title to the story. Story writing is an art and it needs to be practiced. If you take hints of stories and practice writing them, you can surely become master of it. And story writing can be such an exercise which will always entertain you. Because in the questions you will get various stories. And who in the world doesn't like stories? So I would advise you, if you have story writing in your syllabus, at least practice a story writing every week. This will not only help you to get full marks in story writing, but also improve your English as a whole. So that's all for my video today. I hope it was useful and I hope you liked it. If you liked it, do like it, share it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And keep reading, writing and practicing to improve your English every day. And do take a very good care of yourself till I come with my next video. Bye for today.